Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and the beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Tuesday, September 17, uncovers that Brooke Logan demanded it was the ideal opportunity for Steffy Forrester to begin regarding her as well as trust Logan. Brooke behaved like everybody ought to continue on from the show Trust's kiss caused, yet Taylor Hayes wasn't completely certain expectations regret would hold it back from reoccurring. In the plan office, Steffy told Trust her most recent request wasn't a danger, it was an admonition. In the event that Trust went too far with John Finnegan once more, expectation for the future would be obliged her own expectation for what's in store. Brooke strolled in on Steffy reiterating the kiss wreck, so she pushed Steffy to quit tossing it right in front of Trust. In spite of the fact that Brooke said it could at absolutely no point ever occur in the future, Steffy couldn't fail to remember what went down and promised to have her eyes on Trust. When the mother and little girl were distant from everyone else, Brooke got refreshes on Steffy taking steps to cut the line for all time on the off chance that Trust effectively makes Steffy think she was going on to Finn. In spite of the fact that Brooke thought it was uncalled for to continue to utilize Trust's misstep against her, Trust didn't have the foggiest idea what to do and eventually wanted to escape the workplace for some time. Back with Steffy, she joined Edge and Taylor in the chief office. Taylor and Edge learned about Steffy's final offer, so they couldn't fault her considering Trust put her lips on Finn. Steffy truly thought Trust was transforming into her mom, however Edge asked why she behaved that way was something terrible. When Steffy helped Edge to remember old school Brooke and what she was prepared to do, Taylor concurred Trust was displaying the conduct she'd learned. By the by, Edge thought perhaps Trust really lamented her slip-up and that she'd avoid Finn like Steffy cautioned her to. After Finn brought R.J. Forrester to his office, he asked how R.J. was doing in the repercussions of all the Luna Nozawa turmoil. R.J. was all the while handling everything, except he valued Finn's anxiety. When R.J. said thanks to Finn for saving Steffy, Finn discussed his association with her and how he'd never had a security like this with any other person. R.J. wanted to find an adoration like that sometime in the not-so-distant future, so Finn guaranteed him that he would. The subject of R.J. being half Logan and half Forrester came up, so R.J. let it be known was hard when his families conflicted. Finn trusted that one day Trust and Steffy could all move beyond their disparities and see that they share surprisingly, practically speaking. At El Giardino on Tuesday's B&B episode, Finn was there to get takeout when he ran into Trust. When Trust heard the report about Finn contacting R.J., she was appreciative to him. Finn called attention to that the expectation for the future gathering turned out okay, yet Trust appeared to be focused on and equivocal. Finn asked what the issue was. Trust didn't uncover Steffy's final offer. All things considered, Trust essentially said she thought it was ideal in the event that they didn't get to know each other any longer. Finn referenced the kiss that Trust established on him, so Trust said she thought often about Finn, most likely to an extreme. When Finn demanded he thought often about Trust as well, he truly trusted that she could figure out how to coexist with Steffy. All things considered, Steffy and Trust were serious areas of strength for both, and wonderful ladies. Finn at last got his takeout and educated expectation regarding purchasing snacks for the medical caretakers at work. After Finn said he truly hoped everything would turn out great for Trust, he took off. Trust streaked back to a few minutes when she was drawn to Finn and murmured in dissatisfaction once she snapped back to the real world. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Trust will figure out how to occupy herself before very long, so will welcome you more expectations on her next adoration interest. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, September 18, uncovered that Brooke Logan will shock John Finnegan when she comes by his office. Finn will consider what's on Brooke Logan's psyche, so she'll concede this is about Steffy Forrester. Despite the fact that Brooke was satisfied over Steffy choosing to expect the future, she's worried about the danger that came later. Steffy cautioned trusts Logan to try not to go too far with Finn, or in all likelihood her design line would in any case get cut. Presently, Brooke's stress over the resentment Trust's adversary is holding, so she'll admit that she has zero faith in Steffy during this discussion. Brooke will concede she fears Steffy will effectively overturn Trust's life, so Finn might have a problem with how she's discussing his better half. All things considered, Brooke don't like Steffy's final offer. It could leave Brooke apprehensive that Steffy is setting up expect a much greater fall, and that she'll unavoidably track down motivation to cut Trust's line at any rate. Brooke might contend that she needs a ceasefire similarly as and urge him to work Steffy out of her threatening temper. Finn might differ about the manner in which Brooke's portraying Steffy as the miscreant, however he could vow to advance harmony. Other B&B spoilers say Taylor Hayes will at last have somebody on one time with Eric Forrester. Taylor saw Eric at the festival after Steffy's salvage, yet this will be their most memorable opportunity to make up for lost time since she's been back in the area. As a matter of fact, Taylor hasn't been absolutely legitimate about the purposes behind her revisitation of Los Angeles. There's more going on behind the scenes, so will Eric sense that Taylor isn't giving out the real factors? In any case, Eric and Taylor's conversation may ultimately be interfered with by Edge Forrester, who'll wind up at the Forrester Manor for a few genuine minutes with his previous fire soon. Talking about previous blazes, Lance Spencer will likewise check in with Steffy at the Bluff House, so our expectations highlight in getting refreshes on her final offer for Trust. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recommend Liam will have a chance to respond to that news and offer his viewpoint, so he might believe Steffy's being liberal with Trust considering the present situation. Steffy Forrester. Although Brooke was pleased over Steffy deciding to keep hope for the future, she's concerned about the threat that came later. Steffy warned Hope Logan to avoid crossing the line with Finn or else her fashion line would still get cut. Now Brooke's worried about the grudge Hope's rival is holding, so she'll confess that she doesn't trust Steffy during this conversation. Brooke will admit she fears Steffy's going to do something to upend Hope's life, so Finn may object to how she's talking about his wife. Nevertheless, Brooke will have a bad feeling about Steffy's ultimatum. It could leave Brooke afraid that Steffy is setting Hope up for an even bigger fall and that she'll inevitably find a reason to cut Hope's line anyway. Brooke may argue that she wants a truce just as much as Finn does and encourage him to talk Steffy out of her hostile frame of mind. Finn may disagree about the way Brooke's making Steffy out to be the villain, but he might promise to promote peace. Other B&B spoilers say Taylor Hayes will finally have some one-on-one time with Eric Forrester. Taylor saw Eric at the celebration after Steffy's rescue, but this will be their first chance to really catch up since she's been back in town. Taylor hasn't been totally honest about the reasons for her return to Los Angeles. There's more to the story, so will Eric sense that Taylor isn't giving out all the facts. Regardless, Eric and Taylor's discussion may eventually be interrupted by Ridge Forrester, who'll end up at the Forrester Mansion for some heartfelt moments with his former flame soon. Speaking of former flames, Liam Spencer will also check in with Steffy at the Cliff House, so our predictions point to him getting updates on her ultimatum for Hope. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.